Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren, and today we're going to be talking about social media. This is a really important webinar. A lot of agents have questions about social media. A lot of agents have been asking me, what do I post, or how do I get started? So we're going to take it from the very beginning and talk about posting, social media posting. Today we also have Travis Breton with us. Good morning, Travis. How are you?
Good, Kevin. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great, thanks. So Travis is also a very savvy internet marketer, so he will have some good input as well for this webinar. So the first thing I wanted to do is, the very first thing to think about when we're talking about social media posting is, first of all, you don't have to be on every social media platform. And really, honestly, the most important are Facebook and Instagram. Secondary would be Twitter and LinkedIn. And so, I get a lot of questions from realtors asking, oh, well, do I need to be on, Foursquare and all these other ones? That the shorter answer is it's a great idea to have a profile on as many social media sites as possible. But that doesn't mean that you have to, be constantly posting to those and, keeping update on every social media platform. It's not a good use of time. So the most important thing is to pick the social media platforms. So Facebook, Instagram would be the best ones, and Twitter, LinkedIn. So Facebook is obviously the most important. Instagram is easily becoming the, maybe rivaling Facebook. So those are both the very, very most important. So this is our Facebook page, of course. Here we are a little bit different. So what I want to do is I want to show you some Facebook pages from some realtors that are really doing it right. And when I'm done with this webinar, I'll definitely, with the replay, I'll send out and make sure that everybody has links to each of these different spots that I'm going to show you. So this particular gentleman, you can see that they are posting quite frequently, and he was posted yesterday. Let's just look at the frequency first. October 5th was last week. So he's posting several times a week, which is great. And it's not even a horrible thing to post every day or every other day. Travis, what is your feeling on frequency of social media posting?
For Facebook business pages, I think that he's probably doing well. I'd say 2 to 3 times a week, probably max on the page itself. Because the page is kind of like your storefront, so that's your informational stuff. That's your new listings. That's your things happening in the community. Maybe you wrote a new blog post that's going to go on there. So that's your storefront. So I think that every day on a business page is kind of a lot.
Yeah, it's a little, and you just don't want to inundate everybody. But three times a week is probably kind of the magic spot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
When you get into your personal profile, I think that's completely different. And yeah. I don't know. We can touch on that in a little bit when you get to there.
For sure. So, so that's frequency. What to post is probably the most important thing, and that's what we're going to spend the most time on today. So the things, just an overview of what to post is, the most important thing I think is to post things that link back to your website. And so examples of that are your property website links. So anytime, of course, you have a listing, you want to create your property website, and we all know how to do that with our agent marketing websites now. Your property website links, blog post links as well. So blog posts that you put on your website, you want to put those links on social media. And then when people are clicking the social media, it brings them back to your website. Very important to drive traffic back to your website. You want them to engage with your website. So also same thing, community pages within your website. A lot of our agents have created beautiful community pages. So you want to be posting those to social media as well. Video links, short video clips, very, very important. All different kinds of things. Tips on real estate, home buying, home seller tips. You know, the sky's the limit. Agents even are doing short clips of like, hey, I just got this listing, or one of my co-agents just got this listing. Let's check it out, and do a quick, 30-second view of the property, and then a link back to the property website. So little short video clips is another very, very cool thing to post. And I'll show you a couple examples. Pictures of cool architecture. I'll show you a great place to find pictures of great architecture and then post those. That's the kind of thing, especially for Instagram, that stands out, where you're going to say, oh, wow, that's a great picture. And that's the thing that drives engagement on all social media, is great imagery, video, images, stuff like that. Comments on that, Travis?
I do. It's a great time of year for this, for everybody to be able to throw out some content that is really shareable. And if you have any kind of blog post or anything that you can put together a little article on, even if it's a PDF flyer, is events happening in your community over the next 3 months. So obviously we have Halloween coming up. One thing that I see that gets shared so much and gets a lot of traction is just information about where all the pumpkin patches are, or where the best trick-or-treating neighborhoods are. And then, rolling into Thanksgiving, there's a lot of, fall festivals, stuff like that. A post about, where they are, which ones are kid-friendly, things like that. And then rolling into Christmas, tree lighting ceremonies, best neighborhoods to view, light shows, things like that. I see those gain so much traction, and they're so easy to put together because all you have to really do is Google it, and you'll find, on Eventbrite or Eventful or something like that, a lot of information about, where all the pumpkin patches are, and stuff like that, because obviously those people are advertising too. So it's easy to put together a little list with a little bit of information, put it out there on your business page, share it to your personal, and you'll probably watch that thing take off, actually.
That's a huge one. What a great idea. And I want to just show you guys exactly what he's talking about. This is as easy as going like this. You go to Google and search for, where are the pumpkin patches? Where are the pumpkin patches? And I'm just going to use Newport Beach. Because all of just like he said, all of these places, they have websites, and guess what we can do? Or at least a Yelp or something, or even a Google Plus local page. So these guys are the Johnson brothers. They're the first ones. So let's just click on them. And so we can take this. We can literally take this search, copy it, and we can post that to social media, just like this. Paste it. We can get rid of all this cruddy stuff, turn that into text, and just say, want to know where the pumpkins are? You get the picture. You can, and then of course you can go in and you can post a photo, and you're sending people information that can go viral. Even better than that is to go ahead and on your website create a page where you list a couple of these different spots, have their phone numbers, and then of course the link that we include onto our social media post goes back to our website and not somebody else's website. So that's the best case.
That's a better way. Yeah, you'll get some good juice for your website.
Big time. Yeah. So the best practice is to always be creating this content on your website, and then send the link from your website back, to post the link to your website on the social media. So we're not going to share this, but that's how you would do that. Just wanted to show you really quick also, there are tons of places where you can literally just Google real estate social media marketing, and they've got some really good ideas. So if you get stumped, also just do a little Google search. So this is a nice little top 10 list, and then they kind of go into exactly more about each of the top 10. But let's just go through these real quick. Promote the town, not just the house. Same thing we've been always preaching is, make sure that a lot of the information on your social media and in your blog posts and so forth are about the town, about the community. Some of you just specialize in one community within a town. So make sure that you're promoting it. You're exactly like Travis says, you're creating a list of events in your town. And again, do that on your website. Create a page. So again, if you don't know how to create new pages, go to our agent resource center, and we have tons of videos. Let's just review where all those live. We go to our agent resource center, arghome.net, agent-resources, and we can scroll down and go to our training videos. Literally tons of hours of training that you can do. Most important thing is, first of all social media stuff, setting up the Facebook fan page, inviting people to like your fan page, all of those things are there for you. And even more importantly, first of all, if anybody has not seen the Intro to Agent Marketing website and CRM video, you've got to do that. You've got to make sure all of your agent marketing website and CRM is set up properly. So please do that. But there is tons and tons of information in here. And there's great social media sharing techniques, marketing to your sphere of influence, part 1 and 2, those are great. So please get in there and make sure that you are doing a little bit of studying between the Wednesday webinars. Okay. All right, getting back to our tips. And then of course, I also do all of these different little tips for social media. I'm gonna make sure that those links are on the replay video that I send out. So look for those. 5 tips, this is actually a really good one right here. Using the right real estate hashtags to optimize your content. So this is something that a lot of people don't really fully understand. Hashtags are a great way to get your posts kind of linked up with other related posts. Travis, I know you know a lot about hashtags. What are some of the hashtags that you like to use?
Well, it just really kind of depends on what the post is about.
Yeah.
If it's, let's just say a beach house or something that you're listing or promoting, then you can even hashtag stuff like beach sunsets or, whatever the beach name is, sunset. What you're trying to do is get that post thrown into, a genre of that pertains to it, not necessarily, Newport Beach real estate. I mean, obviously that's, a common one, but I don't think it's one that people tend to go to a whole lot to look at it. But,
right.
Someone's hashtagging, Tamarack Beach sunset. Well, that's something that people may go and search real quick, and then your post is going to pop in there as well as one of them. So you're trying to kind of sneak into some of these other genres that still kind of pertain.
For sure.
That's my on it anyway.
No, I agree 100%. And what some of our agents are doing is they'll have a short list of hashtags that they'll use consistently, like 5, and it would be hashtags of, Alta Realty Group. It would be their agent name, and a few of the kind of generic hashtags. And so they'll have that on a notepad or on a little Word document somewhere. And then every time they do a post, they'll include those plus a few extras that are way more geared toward exactly what that post is about. So like Travis said, if it's, we're doing a post that's, some beach real estate or something, yeah, we want to hashtag beach real estate. Or even images of beach real estate and things like that, because people do search for things on social media using hashtags. So just a small little tidbit, but a good idea. And this is kind of, this little synopsis is kind of cool. This has a couple of generic real estate hashtags. And so you can kind of, borrow some of these or use a few of these in your posts. So not a bad idea at all. This little second thing is include realtor quotes in your content strategy. Very cool. You're running a real estate business. You want to know, or you want to be able to convey quotes of, not even just stuff that you're saying, but other realtors in your area. Hey, I spoke with, an associate of mine and he had this to say. So that's kind of fun. Plus funny real estate quotes. Why the heck not? Little real estate inspirational quotes. Those are easy. This is kind of a good one. Landlords grow rich in their sleep. Come on. Just little things like that are fun to post, and they're easy to find as well on the internet.
Lighter side of real estate, they put out a lot of funny stuff that's really shareable, and it's something they're promoting now too for realtors. So
nice.
Lighter side of real estate has, some good stuff that you can share kind of in between all your other stuff, just to put something up for the day if you want.
So the lighter side of real estate. I'm going to put that on our list when I send it out. So this is, again, a great way to find things to post. And so really all these things that we're talking about is called curation. And I talk about it all the time. Curation is one of the best ways to build content. So really all you're doing is you're borrowing somebody else's content, you're posting it, and you're giving, in a best case scenario, you're giving a 1 or 2 paragraph synopsis of what your feeling is about that little post. Or even just a one sentence synopsis. Hey, check this out. I thought this was funny. So that's called curation. Great way to always be building content. So I'm actually going to take this, copy it. I'm going to put it on our little list of resources that everybody's going to get when I send the replay out. Another really cool. Yeah, go ahead.
The curation part is kind of important. I mean, you can basically come up with a handful of websites that you yank info from, periodically, and maybe one day you're going to lighter side of real estate, and the next day maybe you want to post some DIY stuff. You can go over to bobvila.com, and he's got a million articles of how to trim your bushes right,
right.
building stuff out of reclaimed wood, and I mean there's a ton of stuff. I mean you can really just find a few that you like and curate some stuff from there. If you want to get something up from the day, but having your own content is first and foremost the best.
Always best.
From your but you can take some of these articles and I don't know if you want to say regurgitate them, but rework them a little bit and kind of make your own out of it, or combine a couple articles and make your own with the information that you find out from these articles, and then put it through from your website and share that out. That becomes, really shareable. It gains more traction. It's good SEO for your website or your blog page, because, the amount of times that an article or something from your website gets shared boosts your SEO for that page. So that will help your page rise in the rankings as well. It's called a social signal. So part of the SEO is also how many times has this page, this article been shared via Facebook, Twitter, any other medium, Pinterest. Actually, you can get some good traction on Pinterest on stuff like that too. I used to get a lot of click-throughs from Pinterest from articles like that.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Is Pinterest is actually a really good social media platform for real estate. I think it's underutilized, and I think it is a really good one. And now that you mentioned that, it is better than Twitter and LinkedIn, because people go to Pinterest for ideas and for so it's really conducive to having images there. Great images of homes. So great insight there, bud. So this is another, this little designmodo.com is another website where you can go and you can find some interesting architecture. This is, if this comes across your social media feed, you're going to go, whoa, I'm going to take a look at that for a second. So things that are eye-catching. So literally spend some time Googling things that are eye-catching and then repost those things. So those are the things that are going to stand out. I mean, these are all really interesting buildings, right? So that would be another idea on, things to post. And then let's see. All right, I do have that on our little list. Another thing that people do is they will actually hire a company to post info for you. It's okay, but it's not going to have that personal touch. And you know what I'm talking about. When the agent is out there, and they're capturing little clips with their iPhone, and you can hear their voice and you can see their face. That's way more personal stuff. And in real estate, what we're trying to do, of course, is we're trying to build that rapport with people that don't know us or people that know us very little. And so we're trying to portray that we're trustworthy. We're, good people to work with. And if you're just posting a bunch of completely random stuff that has no personalization, then I think you're kind of falling short. So, it's a combination of all of these other things that we're talking about and a few things that are personal. They are your voice. They are, exhibiting your personality. So that's another really important thing to be posting to social media as well. Do you agree, Travis?
I do. And I think right now we're kind of talking about the business page side of it.
Yes.
Moving on to the personal side of it, I think that's where you do get a little more personal. That's more of a, once a day, twice a day. I mean, sometimes I follow a lot of real estate agents. I mean, some of these guys and gals are posting 3-4 times a day, and it's not necessarily real estate. It's just they're on social media a lot. But usually one of the posts that day has to do with, how many offers they wrote, how many times they showed a house, they're working late, something showing that they're out there they're out there, they're busy, they're doing work, they're taking listings, they're showing clients, people are happy with their service. And that's the kind of stuff that's really attracting, new clients for them through social media. And even gaining referrals from other real estate agents, because if I'm a real estate agent and I'm following someone in the LA area for whatever reason, and maybe I have a referral up there and I see that this person is constantly, working and, servicing clients and stuff. I mean, that's probably someone I'm going to reach out to if it's someone I follow and like and interact with, occasionally. I will probably message them, if they can take a referral. And I see that a lot. I see it in the thread of some of their posts where other agents will say, "Hey, I have a client for you. I'm gonna message you."
Absolutely.
So it's definitely working for them. And the business page stuff that they'll share onto their personal, 2 to 3 times a week, showing, here's my storefront over here. If you want, privately in your own home or whatever, to look through my stuff and see what I'm doing, what kind of homes I'm listing, stuff like that. People can do that, and that's how you start to gain some likes on your business page as well.
Big time. There's so much to discuss about that. On your personal page, you really only want to be peppering in smaller amounts of salesy real estate stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not a ton of that. But on your business page, still you want to have that kind of ratio where it's most of the posting is just info, cool stuff, and then a few salesy things. So really, really, that's a really, really important thing to keep that mix kind of light and not always just pounding sales, because that's not what social media is for.
They want to see your personality. I follow one guy, and the guy's been on a weight loss journey, and obviously he'll check into the gym and he'll talk about the diet he's on, different things like that. And then, but he's also got real estate in there. Like, hey, I got this new business listing coming up. here's what it is. Message me if you're interested. And he's, 2, 3, 4 times a day on there, but it's personal stuff as well. I mean, so even when he's, taking the day off, take a picture of the beach, he's like, day off with the kids, love my life, blah, blah, blah. So, you really get to see this guy's personality with ever even having a conversation with him. You pretty much know what's going on with him and his business and, the struggles and successes in life, basically.
Right.
So, and he gets a lot of business through social media. And again, a lot of it is also referral based from other agents.
Absolutely. So one way to grow your follower base is to go and follow other people. So go up to the little toolbar up here and put in, whatever your area is. We'll just go Newport Beach Realtors, right? And let's do a search for them and let's start liking these guys. And you can find tons and tons of people that are very similar. And so it's okay to join these different groups and to go into, LA realtors and talk with these people online and to share information, so definitely do searches. And even when you're in your personal page, do searches for realtors and do friend requests to other realtors. So of course, in the business page, we're getting likes and we're going out, we're looking for other, similar pages and we're liking these pages. See, I've already liked all these pages. And I missed this guy. Let's like Tom Sulza. And, so you do all of these, you go through and you find as many, kind of similar businesses as possible. You like them, they'll follow you. It starts to build engagement. So Travis, what do you say about that? Are you for liking other realtor pages, or how do you feel about that?
As my business page, I do.
Yeah.
So because then if you're logged into your business page and you scroll through the feed of all the other business pages that you like, depending on what your motive is, obviously for us, we're trying to hire new agents. So if Alta Realty Group starts liking these other realtor pages and makes comments on one of their posts, we're posting as and commenting as Alta Realty Group CA, and eventually they're going to start asking us questions.
Correct.
So it really kind of depends on your motive on that. And this is for Facebook. Instagram is a little different. The quick and dirty way on that is follow, unfollow.
Yeah.
Like Twitter. And, who do you follow? How do you get the follow backs? Well, when I'm building an Instagram page or an Instagram profile, I want it to be very community centric. I don't want all these people from other countries and stuff like that following my page. Really, I want people that are in the community.
Yeah.
So what do? I usually go to other profiles of community members, such as the mayor or people on city council, because they usually have a lot of locals following them.
Yes.
Certain businesses in the area. You can go there. You can go to their followers and follow their followers, basically.
Absolutely.
And
no, it's 100% very important to do exactly what Travis is saying. You follow, like businesses' followers.
Yep. And then that's how you get local followers, not just random, someone in Louisiana that means nothing, that just likes a follow back. You obviously want people locally to be liking or to be following you on Instagram and Twitter. But that's the best way that I have found, the most easiest. It can be a little tedious, but basically if you have a little bit of downtime, if you're, I don't know, sitting on the couch for 5 minutes or something, just open an Instagram and pick a business and follow their followers, and it'll take all of 3 minutes to follow 50 people,
Right. So and that's so massive, Travis. This whole social media thing, everything that we're talking about, it deserves time to be carved out of your schedule. and it doesn't take a long time, but it does take time. So you do need to sit down at the beginning of the week and just know that Tuesdays and Thursdays, or whatever the heck it is, are going to be your days where you're going to, assemble your stuff. And good news is you can post things, you can schedule things to post. So really, you could take one day a week and 1 hour a week, and you can set up all of your social media posting. You could like and follow all kinds of people. You could get all your stuff done within 1 hour a week, and you're done. So, and that's just streamlining your business and, not doing things haphazardly. You're taking the time, you're scheduling the time to make this happen and to do all of these things that we're talking about. And the other thing I just want to say real quick is, these trainings, these Wednesday webinars are always meant to really just wet the whistle and to get you thinking. I want you guys to, schedule a Calendly.com, meeting with me. All you do is go to Calendly.com/Alta Realty Group, and you can schedule a training with me one-on-one. So we can go through these things. We can, really, pick apart what you're doing and make sure that you have a really good plan in place. So don't hesitate to schedule the time with me. I'm here to help you guys. Anything else, Travis?
Especially for Instagram. I mean, I literally do it 4 or 5 times a day. I mean, if I'm sitting at the school picking up the kids or something, follow, unfollow. If I,
Yep, absolutely.
Before I walk into a store, follow, unfollow. It's just kind of part of my day in building Instagram accounts. My wife runs another business, and I kind of do her social media. And within a year of one of that business, I had over 7,500 followers for that business for her, and it really made a difference in the sales over there, because every time we posted, we had a really nice targeted audience. Not every single person was obviously targeted, but I'd say a good 60-70% of those people were actual community, people that lived in the community. So it gave us a really nice broad audience for free that would see all of the posts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really. There's nothing like it. So this is really, it's guerrilla marketing. It's just things that you can do for free, and you can really make an impact on your business. But it does take time. So again, we've got a chat feature here. Anybody has specific questions, let us know. You can also just call me directly, 949-285-7209. And we've run out of time today, but Travis, thank you so much for being on the webinar, and agents, thanks for joining us. Travis, today, wow, great insight. I really appreciate your help today.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
All right, agents, get out there, make it a great day. And again, anything I can help you with, don't hesitate to call and schedule an appointment with me. And we'll see you guys on the next webinar. Bye-bye.
See you guys.